Hey, Prather, how are you?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I want to ask, first of all, how has this gone the first few months in Champaign? How are you settling in? How do you feel like you're kind of mixing in with the rest of the defense?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everybody on the staff and the players themselves have been very kind. They've been reaching out to me and making sure I'm comfortable, doing each and everything they can to make sure this transition is very smooth for me. They've been nothing but welcoming to me, and I'm very appreciative of that.
I think we talked maybe when we first talked with you about kind of maybe some bringing with you some thoughts or mindsets that you had learned at Georgia, just kind of with the experience and the postseason run that you guys have. What does that look like? Like, how do you do that tangibly, I guess, or like what are some of the things you do in the locker room that you bring with?
Yeah, I mean, I think that obviously where I came from, we had a lot of success, and I think that Coach B knows how to get there. He's obviously had success where he's been. I think just instilling just a mantra of just our defense, tough, smart, dependable. Just kind of bringing that in the locker room, and we obviously have guys here to do those things. Just kind of reinforce habits, and always be the hardest worker in there. Don't be outworked by anybody. Just make sure that you're doing the right things at the right time, and the rest will take care of itself.
Is there a balance to strike? Like being the new guy at first, did you just do it more with how you approach things, or did you come in kind of vocally being that guy? I think maybe everybody approaches that differently.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of more the guy that I feel like I need to earn respect before I can say anything. I don't want to be coming in and yelling at everybody. I don't even know everybody's name. So that'd be kind of a little weird situation. But and I came to Georgia my freshman year. I didn't know anybody there. I just put my head down and outworked everybody. And I think that's just kind of how things figure themselves out when you do those things. That's kind of what I've been trying to do here first.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Alec, you're going to want me to go.
Good. How are you?
Okay.
You can go ahead. You're in.
Sorry. I want to ask you first of all about the rule that's coming in, the one-time transfer rule. A little late for you, but just what's your thoughts on that? You like the idea?
I do. It's a lot of times people get in certain situations they don't want to be in, and that gives them the freedom to do that. I'm worried about myself, being here and what's going on here, but I will say that I do think it's a good change of pace for give guys freedom. And have more opportunities when they see fit at other places.
Were you surprised that wasn't the rule already? I'm surprised guys were having to sit out. I guess that when you come, but it just seemed kind of unfair that was the way it was before.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you see coaches bounce around all the time, and then players can't do it, and I can see the animosity that the players had from that kind of perspective. So I definitely think that, it's a good change in rule that, I do think that you'll see a lot of guys be a lot happier in the long run, being in places that they, think they should be at.
Last thing is how important is money for you personally and for the team?
Could you say that again? Sorry.
How important is Monday night's spring game for you personally and for the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's establishing our identity and showing the world, what we have working here and Coach Bielema. I'm very proud of the work that we've done and the coaching staff, and I feel like we're in a really good spot. Just kind of just to show off, what we've been working so hard for. We got that 8-week program and we're going 5 weeks of spring ball. We built a lot from where we were, and it's going to be, cool to see how everything, goes out. We had 2 scrimmages, but it'll be interesting to see and exciting to see how we all lay out there in front of fans.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Hi, Prather. Good afternoon. I wanted to ask you about the safety group as a whole. Coming over here from Georgia, obviously it's learning a whole new scheme, but what has that been like for you as part of getting completely entrenched into the safety room?
Yeah, I mean, the guys have been nothing but welcoming. You got Sydney, you got Quan, you got all those guys that, helping me adjust to, the Illinois life. I'm just a down south guy. I've never been up north past Nashville up here. It's definitely an interesting change of pace, and they've been more than welcoming. I know that we have film sessions together. Do anything and everything we can do. I know me and TA worked on some backpedaling stuff and some extra stuff that we can get better at. And they're always kind of just, biting off each other, what type of information we can give each other to give ourselves the edge. So it's been really fun and interesting to see just a whole different group of guys and just how they operate.
And then I kind of wanted to follow up. Obviously, when you were at Georgia, you made a living off of special teams plays. And I know obviously you probably wanted to get a little bit more involved on the defensive side wherever you decided to transfer. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you're getting that opportunity so far in practice and the viewing time that we've gotten? I feel like I've seen you repping out near the top of that group.
Yeah. I mean, that's for the coaches to decide. I'm here to compete and do what I need to do to help this team. I'm very excited to contribute the best I can. Especially it's my staple. I feel like that's the thing that can take me to the next level and keep me there. I do think that having this opportunity up here at Champaign to play some safety and show what I can do is definitely exciting for me. And I think that Coach Walters has put me in a good position to do that.
And then I wanted to ask one last one. Coach Bielema yesterday, he kind of mentioned how well of a job your parents did raising you and how he thinks that probably really helped you fit into with this football team. Can you kind of comment on that a little bit and just the process of getting acclimated to this and how beneficial it was just kind of like have the personality that I guess you did or that you brought to this locker room?
Yeah, I mean, my parents are very outgoing. My dad's nickname is the mayor in Columbus, Georgia. He knows everybody, shakes everybody's hand. So I've been, kind of trying to instill that in myself. I'm usually kind of more introverted, but, I've been working on that. And I think that, watching my dad and watching my mom, the upbringing they've instilled in me is just hard work, over everything. And know that, it's not about, what you know, it's about who you know. And the relationships you build with people are going to last much longer than any knowledge that you get.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, Prather, hope you're well, man. Just wondering, what has been the biggest culture shock of being north of the Mason-Dixon line, I guess, here?
Well, I mean, we don't have grits as much up here. I will say that, I love me some grits. I need to get my fix on that, I will say. But, as the mindset of everybody up here, I mean, they've been very, very welcoming. The Southern culture, just inviting of other people and the Southern charm or whatever. I feel like they have it up here. That the guys up here are nothing but kind and nothing but outreaching to me. And I think that's been a big adjustment because I was kind of scared to come up here and, not really know anybody and kind of just having to figure it out on my own. But they made the transition, very, very easy, and Coach B and the rest of the staff as well.
Obviously, Georgia has a ton of talent, but outside of that, what do you think made a championship-like culture, and what did you learn from being in that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that my first year there, went to the Liberty Bowl. We were 8-5. Then the very next year, we only had one guy go to the draft, and we had virtually the same team, yet they went to the championship. And I think the biggest difference really was just the mindset that they knew they could win no matter the score. And I think that that goes such a big way. You can say you're going to win and you believe these things, but until you're out there and you're down by 14 points in the fourth quarter to a top 25 team, there's no, oh my gosh, like what's going to happen, then that's when you know that you got a good team. I think that, when you have that mindset of no matter who you're playing, you're going to win that game, I think that's really the difference.
And obviously this group with the new coaching staff, you got to figure that out on the field. But what have you seen from this group so far? I mean, it's an older group, but what have you kind of coming from that program? What's your kind of thoughts about what you've seen out of this team so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the coachability. I mean, I think that guys are always super eager to learn. I mean, they're always watching tape. I know that they're always trying to find ways they can improve their game. That's definitely something cool to see. Is that each and every guy, I mean, I know y'all were just talking to Isaiah, like he's always working how to perfect his craft. And I think that's, one of the biggest attributes of this team, I think, is just, the coachability.
And I just got one more. Ryan Walters, we're going to see his defense for the first time, at least some of it on Monday. How would you describe a Ryan Walters defense?
I would say it's all about playing fast. I mean, he wants us to know our assignment and know really what the other team's assignment is, to know the down distance, know how to attack those certain scenarios. I think that he's all about physicality. He's all about covering well. And I think that, you'll see that on Monday. But, it's very exciting to see that, we can just go out there and just play ball.
Thanks, Prather. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Hey, Prather, I had a quick follow-up. Without like playing actual games yet that matter, how do you help instill or speed up that mindset of feeling like you can win all the time? I mean, is there anything that you can do?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that comes with preparation. If you more you prepare, the more confident you're going to be on game day. I also think that that comes with repetition and things of playing in tight ball games and playing in certain situations that you may be uncomfortable with. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And I think that's one of the biggest things that has helped me is I've been put in situations where I was like, oh, I really don't know how it's going to turn out, but I feel like those situations have built me stronger to where I am today. I think that's kind of just what we do is just kind of put ourselves in uncomfortable situations and just see how we react. What's
the situation that comes to mind for you that was uncomfortable? You didn't know how you were going to do and ended up doing okay?
Well, I mean, my first road game was at Notre Dame. So that was pretty tough, pretty up there. I mean, I had no idea what I was getting into. We played Appalachia State, I think the week before, a couple years ago. And then I was going up to Notre Dame. That was I'm traveling or doing anything. And I really had no idea, but that was, top 10 matchup at the point. And I thought it was, something I was like, I got an opportunity to prove myself and see what I can do.
And for the most important one, what's your go-to food place in Champaign? If there's no grits, if there's no, what do you found that you like?
I do like the bread company. I love their pizza up here. I go there all the time. And I do like Common Ground, the basic grocery store, and they have a lot of good foods that I can pick up there, which is pretty awesome.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I got one more very important. Are you a Braves fan or not?
I am a Braves fan.
Thank you. Very good. So
I know the Cubs will be playing them soon, so I'll definitely watch it.
Friday. There were two of us. There's two of us in town league, so
okay.
Go Braves. We'll find you some grits.
Oh, thank you.
Definitely.
Prather, get over to Black Dog. They've got some good stuff for you down there. Good barbecue.
Black Dog? Okay. I got you.
Thanks, Prather.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.
What's up, Isaiah? Hope you're doing well, man. Mostly good. Mostly through spring ball here. I'm just wondering, what has been the biggest difference with this coaching staff, whether it's practice or just energy, the feel of everything?
I think the best thing with this coaching staff is professionalism and like how the coaches carry themselves and got the players feeling like if you want to be ready for that next level, you got to start practicing like it, acting like it, and feeling like it at one point. So I like how the coaching staff is handling this team.
So like day to day, what's different? How do they hold you accountable or what is the different every day that you go through?
I think the best thing every day we go through is getting better. If it's not with physical on the field, it's either in the film room, learning football one-on-one every day. It's kind of a big thing with Coach B. He makes sure to teach every player in every position a thing about football and how it can relate to their position on the field.
What's Monday going to be like for you to have Illini fans there, to have thousands of fans there?
I mean, it's been a while, and it's going to be a good feeling because that's really what we play the game for, to make people proud, make family proud, and the fans of Illini Nation proud. So a year without fans is going to be a good come out. It's going to be a good thing. We sold out in one day, so a couple of days, I think. So, yeah, I'm ready to play in front of them. I'm ready to give them a show.
Thanks, Isaiah.
Thank you.
Hey, Isaiah. How you doing?
How you doing?
What does that Monday event mean for you guys, for the program? You guys are going to be on TV nationally. People will be able to see you across the country, back home, and everything. What's it mean for you guys? Just the opportunity there. What's it mean?
I think this is a good opportunity for this team, and I know a lot of these seniors have put a lot into the spring training program in these 8 weeks. So getting the team prepared is a good thing, as well as coming for the spring game. So I think it'd be a good opportunity to show people what's to look forward to this season, show the explosiveness out of players, show key players, show new talent and new faces. So ready for Monday, man.
Isaiah, you came here and have stayed here the whole time. It looks like the players now are going to be able to leave one time without being out and set out. What does that rule mean for the future of Illinois football and for other guys, your friends and stuff?
I think for anybody playing college football, I think they should do what's best for them, and I think that gives it an opportunity for them to do what's best for them. So like they wanted to just go see how things ran at another program and do what they got to do, you know. But I'm pretty straight on what I got going on. I'm dedicated and committed to Coach B and his staff, and I'm giving it all every day.
Did you ever wonder why that wasn't the rule? You know, why you weren't allowed to move, like coaches can move, but you guys were not stuck, but you're working the first time.
Can you repeat that again?
Yeah, did you wonder why that was not the rule? Why we're forced to sit out a year with transfer? Do you ever wonder what, you know, the weirdness of that rule?
I haven't really thought much about the rule, but I think this change right here good for a business standpoint for college players and stuff like that. I think in the past they kind of gave college players a kind of sense of like when you get there, it's kind of you got to stick it out, you know, fight through it, and then stick through all the adversity and stuff that's going on. And I think that made people a lot better because they fight through a lot of adversity and things they're doing like, and some things they don't like. So yeah, that's how I feel about the rule.
Thanks, Isaiah. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Isaiah, good to see you. I'm curious, how's this going at a new position? Like, I know we've talked about this a lot before, but a couple weeks in, some practices, some pads. How are you adjusting to that? What's the key to adjusting to that?
I don't think it's a big difference with the position, the DN and outside linebacker. I think all of the DNs have outside linebacker skill sets and ability to move and stuff like that. Working with the strength staff really gave us a chance to really show that explosiveness and those skill sets to play outside linebacker. And I think with the group of guys we got an outside linebacker, we're going to give people a show.
I mean, we've seen a lot of you and Owen over the last 4 years, but what do you make of some of the younger guys like Seth or like Cooper? How are they coming along? What kind of skills do they have?
So with me and Owen, we try to take pride in our outside linebackers and treat it as if it was a room at the NFL and keep it professional, business, teaching and encouraging the younger players. Players like Seth Coleman, he's more of a speed rusher. We're trying to get him to utilize his speed set, teach him how to work half man, find what's moves best for him, skill sets. We got other people like Cooper Davis and Ezekiel Holmes who have kind of the same build, you know, power guys. Can go speed the bull, you know, work the outside arm move, and they can also come back in, got that certain wiggle at the DN outside linebacker spot. And then we got a new one in Ben Schultz who just came over to the outside linebackers who is making good progress. He's finding how to work half a man on rushes, and I think he's going to be a good outside rusher, edge rusher. And then me and Owen going to do me and Owen. It's going to be scary for these offensive linemen coming soon.
Very cool. We're going to talk to Prather, I think, after you. I don't know how much interaction you guys have just being in two different position groups, but what kind of, I mean, has he brought a mindset or anything? I mean, this is a guy who's been in some college football playoffs. I mean, he's really been on programs that have done well. What has he brought to you guys as a defense?
Yeah, and I think that's the beautiful thing about the transfer rule. So Prather came to us. We got to know him real quick. Got to ask him what it's like playing at the University of Georgia and like how it was in front of the staff and stuff there, and coming over here. Just make sure he has a smooth transition, building a relationship. And I make sure it's a priority to build a relationship with each player on defense because those relationships come in tight moments in the game. And I know if they can have their relationship with me to tell me like what's going on, do this, correct this, I know I can do the same with them and hold them same accountable. So me and Prather got that connection from the D-line to the safety so we can cover the whole field of communication. And it's been real good. He's been balling out, you know, showing the coaches what he can do coming in as a new guy and trying to make a name for himself.
Does he carry himself like someone who has had like college football playoff experience? I mean, I know Coach Bielema had talked about like that's kind of something he brought with him, that, you know, veteran type of, you know, been on some of those programs. Do you see him kind of do anything differently that shows where he's been?
One thing y'all notice when y'all talk to Prather, he's going to be Prather, and I think he brings a certain demeanor about him to this program coming from Georgia. Now, I think we needed that to see how he carried himself and how it reflects on the others and how we can kind of like rub off on others. And that professionalism, like I said, is good for programs because it's starting to think more so as a unit and thinking as we all shine, we can make the program better, make the team special.
And if I have one more, I don't see anyone behind me here. What are you personally looking most forward to on Monday? I mean, and just getting back out there.
I think the most important thing I'm looking forward to Monday is making a name for myself. I think as a fifth-year senior, having this opportunity to play on Monday night on television, that is a good opportunity to show what I can do, and just getting the team involved and show how my leadership skills can reflect on and off the field. And I want to show that all on Monday, show how I can be a complete player. So I can't wait. I really can't.
Appreciate it, Isaiah. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Hey, Isaiah, I'll jump in here with a couple questions. You mentioned that the difference between defensive line or defensive end, I guess would be more specific for what you were doing, and playing outside linebacker isn't a huge difference. I assume that one of the major differences between them is dropping in coverage. Can you kind of explain what that process has been like for you, learning it, how comfortable you're doing that right now, and I guess maybe even just like how much you are doing it in general?
So like I said, with the training staff, with the coaches and the weight room, I think give me up to 250 and give me that defensive lineman build, but also the skill sets and the speed of a linebacker kind of makes the outside linebacker easy because I have strength to play the D-line, play on the line, and in the dirt, and then I also have the skill sets to drop back coverage and, cover the flat, cover the curve, wheel routes and stuff like that. And I think that's better for this defense, and we can spread the defense up.
How comfortable are you right now in pass coverage? I mean, I know that's something that you probably haven't done a lot of in your football career, but what's it like when you're being forced to try and guard a Daniel Barker or a Luke Ford in practice?
It's been real good to do that because I needed that work and it's good. We can go against good players like DJ and they can make me a better player and covering someone like him. And I know I'm waiting to show everybody that I can cover as well as play the D-line, stop the run, get to the pass and stuff like that. So now it's time to add this other tool to my game and showing that I can cover down tight ends, play in space, and run down receivers.
And then this is pretty off the wall, but I think your Twitter handle or maybe it's your Instagram username is 12 shots. Is that just like a nickname? Like, where does that come from? Is there a story behind it at all?
Yeah. So in high school, I think my first number I started with was number 89. Of course, it's like a generic D lineman number. I was playing like D tackle. At the way that I came in, you can just imagine like how little I was playing D tackle, getting after and stuff like that. And then eventually, as I built a trust with the varsity coach and stuff like that, and they wanted to see me play, and I got older, I originally got 12, and it was saying like 12 coming in hot, I was just throwing up the 12 and stuff like that, and that number just stuck with me because I made it my number, and I kind of went out there like it was my number. Nobody can have this number and stuff like that. And, I asked for it when I first got here as a freshman at Illinois, but I'm good with 9 too. But somebody give me 12.
Oh, have you asked? Let's see, who is number 12? Have you asked Matt Robinson, if you could have the number? Was that a conversation that you've brought up or no?
Nah. I don't think the number makes the player. I think the player makes the jersey. So Matt can do his thing with number 12. I'll hold down 9 too. It's just that feeling of comfortability when I was in high school playing with number 12. The swagger I like having and stuff like that. And I finally got that swagger back with 9 too. So yeah, I'm showing.
Thanks, Isaiah. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Hey, Isaiah, I just had a quick follow-up. We're going to see our first glimpse of Ryan Walters' defense, a little bit of it, at least on Monday. How would you describe it? What would you say to describe a Ryan Walters defense?
I think this defense is fundamental sound. I think it gives people a lot of opportunity to make plays, and I think we can cover the whole field with the certain players we got and stuff like that. And the D tackles really are like defensive ends, and the defensive ends are really like linebackers. So up front, we're locked in. We got linebackers, we're stacked up on defense, and then the defense he's running, we can play however we wanted to play. It's physical and aggressive. When we can get out the guys like quarterbacks, and make those adjustments on the fly if we needed to during that week, we have the players for it.
What's been I know playing your position is different, but just schematically, what's been the biggest adjustment you've had to make to it?
I think schematically it would be having to be knowing a lot of other positions because when you get certain formations and stuff like that, you have to move around on the field and you have to know a lot. And then with that coming in, you have to know the concept of offense, what they would like to run. Coach Ryan Walters, he's breaking down all the defenses. He's still teaching us the defense as we're learning it on the field. So he's making it very easy for players to make plays.
Cool. Thanks, Isaiah.
Thank you.